Beginning at the top of your mat, with your big toes touching and your heels slightly apart, bring your two hands together at the center of your heart. Close your eyes, and taking your gaze inside, take a full deep breath in, and open the mouth. As you step into your breath, making a commitment to step into the power of your heart, knowing that your breath always guides and leads the way. And as you open your body, you open up the channels of energy to receive and enliven and energize your day. Blinking the eyes open on the inhale, circle the arms to the sky, deep breath as you rise. And as you exhale, fold forward and dive down over your thighs. On the inhale, glance out halfway, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, plant the hands to the mat, step the feet back to upper push-up plank position, and pause an upper push-up. As you pause an upper push-up, gaze beyond the tips of your fingers. And even here, can you keep your heart open? Can you keep your collarbone spreading wide so that it's as if your heart projects forward toward the top of the mat as your heels press back? With your forearms hugging in, take a big inhale here, and as you exhale, lower slowly all the way down onto the mat. Release the tops of your feet and run your arms down by your sides. Take your hands behind your back and hook your right thumb over your left thumb. And then try to pull your thumbs apart. So you turn your triceps on, dragging your fingertips back towards your heels. Take an inhale, lift your chest. And not only are you rolling your shoulders back, you're wrapping your outer arms back to open up the space across your heart. As you exhale, lower slowly all the way back down toward the mat and hook your left thumb over your right thumb, switching sides. On the inhale, lift the heart, the chest. Keep pressing the tops of the feet down to the mat. Exhale, lower slowly, heart, chest, and chin return to the floor. Release the hands down by the sides as you plant the palms by the low ribs, hugging the elbows evenly in. Inhale to lift your heart, low cobra, as you drag your heart through toward the top of the mat. Exhale, lower slowly, tuck your toes, feel your knees lift, press up and back, downward facing dog. As you come back to down dog, allow the fronts of your heels to melt down toward the mat, and we're just going to hop right into a continuous pace. But at any point in time, knowing you can put your knees down, you could take a rest if you need a little bit less. Take a deep inhale, stretch and wind your hips back. As you exhale, gaze forward, bend your knees, step or lightly float to the top of the mat. Inhale, chest out as you lengthen. Exhale, forward fold and melt in. Circle the arms to the sky on an inhale as you rise, and dive right down as you exhale, fold over your thighs. On the inhale, pull the heart out. There's a little back bend. Plant the hands as you exhale, step, or if you're ready, lightly shoot the toes back to chaturanga to release. Pull the heart through. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, your choice. Exhale, tuck the toes, spiral the inner thighs back, and pause in down dog as you root evenly into your two hands. Take an inhale to wind your hips back. Gaze forward, bend your knees, and step or lightly float to the top of the mat. Inhale, glance out as you lengthen the side waist. Exhale, forward fold and drop back in. Circle the arms to the sky. Inhale as you sweep and rise. Dive right down as you exhale. Fold over your thighs. Offer your heart on an inhale. Plant your hands as you exhale. Step or shoot the toes. The gaze stays ahead. Inhale to lift the heart, the chest. Exhale, tuck your toes, pulling from your low belly back to downward facing dog, noticing that your gaze is steady. And as you hold down dog, sense that even here your collarbones widen across your chest. So as you wrap your outer arms back, the center of your heart stays open as you receive your practice today. Take an inhale to press back. Gaze forward, bend your knees, step or lightly float to the top of your mat. On the inhale, glance out. And as you exhale, forward fold and heel toe your feet away from each other about the distance of the hips. On the inhale, sweep the arms out, rise high, circle the arms to the sky. And then as you exhale, release the hands behind the back and interlace the fingers. Plant the thumbs on the sacrum and notice if your elbows splay out. Point your elbows straight back like little wings. And then very gently rock side to side. And allow the tips of your shoulder blades to scoot a little closer together as you turn your rhomboids on. Come down the center, drag your knuckles toward the floor. Keep dropping your tailbone down as you lift your chest. On the inhale, bend your knees into a wide variation of chair pose, keeping your chest lifted. You might notice that you can't quite bend as deep. Keep dropping your tailbone down and resist the urge to pop your front ribs toward the mat. Take a goodbye inhale here. Keep your hands as you exhale to dive and straighten your legs. Release your hands over your head. And same thing here. Pause for a moment. Come up just a little bit and then sway right shoulder down the back, left shoulder down the back, continuing to fire up the front of your chest as your shoulder blades come closer behind your heart. Come down the center, take a goodbye inhale, release the hands to the floor as you exhale. Heel toe your feet back together, side by side. On the inhale, bend the knees, drop the hips, Utkatasana chair pose, send the arms up toward the sky. Dive and fold as you exhale, straighten the legs. Glance out on an inhale. Plant your hands as you exhale, step, gaze ahead, or float back, lower, slow to release. Pulling your chest through, inhale, lift from the heart. Exhale, roll over your toes to shift back, right away, right leg to the sky as you inhale. Step your right foot forward, pivot your back foot flat. First warrior, circle your arms to the sky, chest squaring ahead. Keep your legs as they are and release your hands behind your back once again. Interlace your fingers, lift your heart up without hyperextending your elbows. Dive down as you exhale, right shoulder to your inner right knee. Sense how they're glued together. Outer right shoulder plants to the inner right knee and then drag your right hip back. On the inhale, warrior one, circle the arms to the sky. A deep breath as the fingertips graze up above. Hands to the mat as you exhale, step back, the elbows wrap straight back. Inhale, spread your collarbones on the in-breath. Tuck your toes as you exhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot forward, pivot your back foot down, circle your arms up. Inhale, warrior one, chest squaring ahead, hips pointing forward as you root down through both feet. Release the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, lift the chest up. Exhale, dive and forward fold, seeing if you can find the outer left shoulder connected to the inner left knee and the low back flat like a tabletop as your inner thighs hug in to meet the center of the mat. On the inhale, warrior one, circle the arms to the sky, deep breath as you rise. Exhale, vinyasa, hands come down, step back and lower, slow to release. Pull the chest through, inhale. Roll over your toes, shift back, downward facing dog as you exhale. A little bit of pace, take an inhale to wind back. Gaze forward, bend the knees, step or lightly float to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, fold and melt. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Inhale to chair pose, just one breath. Dive and fold, exhale, straight legs. Pull your chest forward, inhale. Plant your hands, step or shoot the toes back, chaturanga, exhale. Big inhale, up dog, outer arms wrap back. Keep that downward facing dog as you roll over your toes. Right leg to the sky, inhale. Right foot steps through, lightly exhale. First warrior, circle the arms, deep breath as you rise. Hands behind the back, interlace and lift the chest high. Dive down, fold forward on the out breath. Inhale, warrior one, sweep the arms back up toward the sky as you lift. Vinyasa as your exhale, plant the hands down and lower with control as one unit. Inhale, pull the heart through. Exhale, back to down dog, second side, left leg to the sky, deep breath. Exhale as you step through lightly to the top of the mat. Warrior one, inhale, reach the fingertips high, interlace the hands behind the back. Scoop the chest up. Exhale, dive and fold, melt yourself down. Inhale, warrior one, circle the arms back up. Exhale, vinyasa, hands down. And as you lower slow, you move through your vinyasa, continuing to step into your strength today. And sometimes the strong choice is to take a break, to come into child's pose or rest. And sometimes the strong choice is to stay steady, even as the pace rises, even as the challenge becomes a little bit greater. But only you know, you're the teacher. Everything we do here is just simply a suggestion, knowing that at any point in time your knees could come down, or you could add on a little bit and even throw in a little extra chaturanga if that sounded right. On the inhale, lift the right leg up and back. As you exhale, step your right foot to the outside edge of your right hand and pause. And if you need to, bring your right hand in a little bit, you can, but notice that your right knee and your right shoulder are connected. They're like two best friends who never want to leave each other's sides. They're glued together. Keep that. Notice how everyone's left thigh is still really strong, pressing away from the mat. And then hands are like upper push-ups. Spread your collarbones wide and pull your chest through. Then keep what you have and rotate your toes out just about 25 degrees. So it's a really gentle angle. Your toes and knees point the same direction. Keep what you have and try to keep the knee and the shoulder glued together. Then just lift the heel up and off the mat for a moment. So you rise onto the toes just for a second. Keep the shoulder and the knee glued together and lift the toes up, bringing the right heel to your right sit bone. Outer right knee, outer right shoulder, touching as you pull the heart through without collapsing the chest. Beautiful, girls. Inhale, right leg to the sky, lift it up and back. As you exhale, step the right foot forward, spin the back foot to warrior two as you circle the arms open wide. Left arm leads the way as you sit down deep, gaze beyond the horizon line. Take an inhale in warrior two to sit down into your right thigh. And as you exhale, right hand to the inside edge of your right foot, left arm straight up toward the ceiling above. As you wrap your chest open, keep what you have in the base of your body and spin your left palm to face behind you. Drop your left hand behind your back and roll your left shoulder away from your left ear. If it makes sense for you to stay in a half bind, then go ahead and stay right here. If you'd like to take a full bind, reach your right hand underneath and hook your left fingertips, or if you can, your left wrist with your bottom right hand. Then pull your chest forward toward the top of the mat and continue to wrap your inner right thigh towards your face. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, place your right hand down, send your left arm straight back up toward the sky. Press back to warrior two, spread your arms out wide. Take an inhale to sit deep. Cartwheel your hands to the mat as you exhale and step to down dog and pause. From downward facing dog, you'll keep the toes tucked. Inhale forward like upper push-up plank. Drop the hips into up dog, roll the shoulders back. As you exhale, chaturanga, bend the elbows, hover for a moment. Inhale, press back to plank, and exhale, press back to downward facing dog. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Inhale, forward, drop your hips, lift your chest. Exhale, hover, chaturanga, elbows bend. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, down dog and shift back. Last time, inhale, forward, up dog, hips drop, outer arms wrap back. Exhale, chaturanga, low belly stays lifted. Inhale to plank. Exhale, down dog as you firm the inner thighs back. Take an inhale to stretch back. Gaze forward, bend your knees, step or lightly float to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, forward fold and melt. Sweep your arms out. Inhale, circle high to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart, and sense that you are still connected, not only to the power of your breath, but to that inner guidance system that comes to the surface every time you step onto your mat. On the inhale, blink the eyes open if they're closed. Take your right hand to your right hip. Bend your left knee as if you were going to send your left heel to your left sit bone. Reach back with your left hand and take the inside edge of your foot. Reach your right arm toward the sky. As you pause and the setup for this beautiful dancing Shiva shape, sense that you're rooted down through your right foot and that you're going to keep the space of your heart open, the space of your chest wide. Lean out halfway as you're ready, but maybe you don't even go that far. Think of warrior three in the low back. Keep wrapping the outer left hip down. Keep wrapping the outer left ribs down and hug your right hip into the midline of the pose. Press and rise to standing. Inhale, left foot meets the right, hands to the heart as you exhale to the center line. On the inhale, circle the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward and dive. On the inhale, glance out halfway, and as you exhale to fold, step your left foot to the back of the mat, setting back up for warrior two. Circle the arms open wide, chest spreading, collarbones wide across the chest. Keep the arms as they are, super strong. Just straighten your right leg. As you straighten your right leg, reach your right arm forward, trikonasana, as you pull your right hip back. Right hand drops down, left arm to the sky. Your version of triangle pose is your inner thighs hug toward the midline. So sensing that your chest is open as your arms reach away from each other, but you haven't turned it into a back bend. Your front ribs still draw down towards your hips. Keep what you have. Gaze down at your right big toe. Start to bend your right knee. Shift forward and step up. Ardha Chandrasana, back left leg active and strong, like there's electricity of energy running down that back left hamstring. You can keep what you have and stay here, or start to bend your left knee, reach back with your left hand and take a hold of the top of the foot. Rolling the chest open, continue to wrap the right hip underneath your face, and now go for the back bend as you send the tips of the shoulder blades forward into the center of the chest. Take an inhale, release your left leg straight back, full half moon, take a deep breath. Bend your right knee, lightly land back, warrior two, arms spread out wide. Reverse your warrior inhale, pull your right arm up and back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the mat. Through the vinyasa, lower, slow. Inhale to pull the chest up. Exhale, tuck the toes and press back. Left leg to the sky as you inhale. Step your left foot to the outside edge of your left hand and glue your inner left knee and your outer left shoulder together. Keep your right thigh strong and spread your collarbones wide across your chest. Hands like plank pose. Turn your left toes out a little bit. Toes and knees in one line. Lift your left heel up as you get light on your foot. Then draw the left heel to the left sit bone. The knee and the shoulder are still side by side as your chest pulls ahead. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Sweep it up and back. As you exhale, step your left foot forward. Pivot your back foot flat. Right into warrior two. Cartwheel the arms open. Chest facing toward the right. Tailbone dropping down, low belly lifting. As your heart opens, reach your left arm forward and drop your left hand to the inside edge of your left foot. Right arm to the sky as you spread your shoulder blades away from each other. Keep the left shoulder and the left knee connected as you spin your right palm to face behind you. Drop your right hand behind your back, and as you roll your chest open, you could stay here or take the full bind. Reach the left hand underneath and try to lift your left waist off of your left thigh. Get longer across your left side ribs as your heart chases forward toward the top of the mat. Take a goodbye inhale here. Left hand down, right arm to the sky. Spread your arms out wide. Stay deep in your left thigh. Press to warrior two. Inhale, reach the arms out. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat and step back to downward facing dog. On the inhale, forward to up dog, hips sink, shoulders roll back. Exhale, elbows hug in, chaturanga pause. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog, shift back, two to go. Inhale, forward, up dog, hips sink. Exhale, hover, elbows bend. Inhale to plank. Exhale, down dog, press back. Last time. Inhale, up dog, heart open wide. Exhale, hover, press back to plank. Exhale, down dog and shift back. Beautiful. Take a deep inhale, press and wind back. Gaze forward, bend your knees, step or lightly float to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, forward fold and melt. Sweep the arms out. Inhale, circle high and rise. Hands to your heart. Just back to the place where it really counts, where the practice really happens, right in the center of your chest. A moment to align with the power of your breath, the power of your body, and the gratitude you feel every single time you get onto your mat. With your feet steady, your breath centered, blink your eyes open, place your left hand at your left hip. Bend your right knee as if you were bringing your heel to your sit bone and reach back with your right hand, taking the inside edge of the foot. Send your left arm to the sky, stack your shoulders, lift up out of your left waist. Lean out halfway and notice if you go for too much. And that's okay. Sometimes we go for too much. Know that you have the opportunity to back off, to modify, to wrap the outer right hip down, and to keep yourself safe so you don't give too much of your heart away. On the inhale, press and rise back up to standing. Right foot meets the left, hands come to the heart. Inhale, circle your arms to the sky. Deep breath as you lift. Fold forward as you dive. Exhale, melt in half. Pull your chest out. Inhale. As you exhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat, setting back up for warrior two. Cartwheel your arms open wide, palms press down toward the earth. Keeping your upper body strong, your heart open, straighten your front left leg, and then triangle pose as you pull your left hip back and you reach your right arm to the sky. And wherever the bottom hand lands, it lands. What you want to maintain is length through your bottom left ribs. So as your heart reaches out, you don't turn into a collapse across the front of your chest. Keep everything spreading open wide. A goodbye inhale at the top. Gaze down at your left big toe. Start to bend your left knee, and as you shift forward, step up, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Heart open, right shoulder rolling back, and you could absolutely choose to stay right here, or if it's in your practice, bend your right knee, reach back with your right hand, and open up across the chest. As your right shoulder rolls back, notice that you haven't compromised the breath, that the breath is your through line from beginning to end. Take an inhale, reach your right leg straight back, right arm to the sky. Start to bend your left knee, lightly step back, warrior two as you sit deep. Inhale, reverse your warrior, pull your left arm up and back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the mat through the vinyasa, lower slope. As you find your way back to down dog, give yourself a moment. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and know that the breath is the way that we truly do open up the heart, that it is what lets go of any congestion, any energetic congestion that might be stuck in the body. The bigger the breath is, the bigger the release is going to be. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, lower your knees to the mat. Crawl your knees forward, cross your ankles behind you, roll all the way down onto your back. Bring the soles of your feet together, open your knees out wide, place your left hand on your heart, your right hand on your belly, and close your eyes. And then allowing your body to rest and feeling the pulsing vibration of your heart, of your breath. Take a deep inhale through your nose and open up your mouth. 2 more like that. Breathe into your hands. Deep inhale through the nose. Open up the mouth. And one more time, deep inhale. See if you can fill both of your hands with breath and let it go. And as you notice the soft, fluid pattern of your breath, maybe a little sweat on your skin, a little heat in your body, just the gratitude that you feel every time you get on your mat and you step back into your greatest strength, your authentic power. Reach down with your hands, close your knees back together. As you hug your knees into your chest, wrap your forearms around your knees, bring your forehead up to meet your knees. Squeeze your fingers, squeeze your toes. Do the opposite of what we've been doing. Hug everything in. Take one more deep inhale, and as you exhale, let it all go. Extend the arms down, extend the feet out, and as the feet fall away from each other, the palms spin to the sky. Outer arms wrapping back, shoulders rolling down the back. Let the body get heavy to the mat as you receive all the benefits of opening up into your body and your breath today. If you're practicing with us at home and you have time to stay in shavasana, please do so. Otherwise, it's been such a pleasure practicing with you. Namaste.